Okay, this is another video about support monk. Um, Basically, this video is super important. It's how to work with the barb, because believe it or not, you can really piss a barb off if you do the wrong things as a monk. First of all, just coming from a gamer Zbarbing, um, you you really should be on comms or have some way to communicate. The wizard needs to communicate to the party, hey. Uh, I'm moving ahead or I'm staying here for another shot. Um, because every time you cyclone strike, you are CCing the mobs in some way, and the barb you're preventing the barb from pulling potentially elites forward. Um, Not only cyclone strike, but just doing your basic attack where every third hit freezes momentarily. The barb isn't going to be able to pull those elites forward if you're sitting there for any second longer than you need to when the party's moving forward. So you need to know when the wizard's moving. Not only do you want to stick with them, uh, but you don't want to CC mobs for any longer than you need to. Another important thing that goes along with this is when you're moving, don't don't cyclone strike. If you need to do it for survivability, which is understandable, um, go to a place where there's very little density and go do it and get your 5 seconds of damage reduce. Something also important when you're moving. Lots of monks like to die a lot because of this when they move, is every once in a while you have to attack something to proc your bracers. I'm not doing it totally properly because I should be doing single attacks. But what this lets you do is with Epiphany, I can rush forward, attack one mob. Boy, that's sparse here. But you can basically keep up with the whiz. I can beam ahead. Notice I'm still freezing, which is far from ideal. I'm doing 3 attacks pretty fast, but if you're moving fast, you can beam, beam, beam. So let's say I'm gathering density. I've blinding flashed. So the wizard's about to get ready for a shot. It's very important that you don't cyclone strike after that last. So the wizard's gonna, or sorry, the barb's gonna come in and ground stomp and bring these mobs together way tighter than you can with your cyclone strike. If you cyclone strike after the ground stomp, it screws up um, the the Tetris packing, basically the tight packing of the mobs. So about 3 or 4 seconds before the wizard's going to shoot, again, another reason to be on comms, they can say, hey, I'm shooting in 4. You want to stop cyclone striking. Obviously, you want to keep playing a sync, but you don't want to cyclone strike. Keep that in mind because you do want to cyclone strike up until that, once before that point, to keep up those 5 seconds of damage reduce. But once they say, hey, I'm shooting, don't cyclone strike. Just lay that sync. Let the barb do a ground stomp and Tetris pack those mobs. Again, when you're moving, summarize, when you're moving, hit something sometimes. Don't cycle, if you need to cyclone strike, don't cyclone strike in the path where the barb is going to be pulling. Any CC you apply to mobs does slow them down. And they will be mad if you sit there and use cyclone strike to move ahead. It's not a good strategy. Same if I'm sitting here in a pack of elites and the wizard's just moving on and the barb's ready to pull an elite forward, which they should be doing, to bring them to the next point of density. You don't want to sit there Wizard's going to be spearing and being like, what the hell, dude? You're like messing up my pulse. So I guess that is it. Those are some things how not to piss the wizard or the barb off. And they're just good play style habits in general.